So recently, I started something brand new to me. I started juicing. Woo-hoo. Jazz hands. I've been excited to try juicing just because I know it's a way to get a lot of good nutrients very easily and deliciously. So I just wanted to talk today a bit about how a centrifugal or centrifugal juicer works, because that's the one that I have. So before I talk about how this juicer works, I just want to point out that there's basically two main types of juicers. One is the one that I have, and I'll be showing you the centrifugal juicer. The other is the masticating juicer. The centrifugal juicer is good if you want to do something really fast and easy. It basically just grates the fruits and vegetables and pushes the juice through a mesh filter, and that's it. The masticating juicer more or less crushes the juice and pushes it through a filter. This type of juicer is better for like leafy greens because you'll get more juice out of greens with this type of juicer. Okay, so I will be showing the Sowtech 800 watt juicer. So how this works is you'll have your main unit that has the spinning motor on it. Then next to that you can put a bucket. This bucket is used for catching all the pulp. And then you have a tray and nozzle that you put on top. And this is for catching the juice and pouring it out of the nozzle. And what does most of the work here is this spinning filter. It has grates on the bottom, which basically just pulverizes the fruits and vegetables into a and then the fast spinning of this after everything's been turned into a mesh or a pulp, it just pushes the juice through the mesh, and then it goes eventually through the nozzle. And then the juice will go through the nozzle and the pulp goes out the other side into the pulp catcher. It's amazing and wonderful. And then you have the lid on top, and this is simply for feeding the fruits and vegetables in and preventing juice and pulp from flying everywhere. Lastly, you have a pitcher that you can hook up to the nozzle, and this is just for catching the juice. So once you have it set up, you can just turn it on and start feeding in whatever fruit and vegetable that you want, and it comes out with amazing or maybe not amazing juice, depending on the combo that you do. This particular juicer has two speeds, a fast speed and a faster speed. So that's basically it. A juicer's fairly straightforward. I just want to spend a moment to share a few thoughts that I have with juicers in general, and this Sowtech juicer in particular. This is my first time using a juicer, and it's been a lot of fun. There have been a few things that surprised me about this. For instance, when I first started juicing, I tried things that were all the same. So like I would do just apples and make apple juice, and then I tried carrots and did carrot juice. And the carrot juice ended up tasting to me a lot sweeter than the apple juice did, which I thought was really surprising. Carrot juice is really sweet. Another thing I did is I just experimented with a bunch of different combos for fruits and vegetables to see what I would get. And honestly, just about everything I tried was pretty good. Now some were a lot better than others, but nothing was like really terrible. I was kind of surprised with how nice and refreshing you could get with just random combinations of fruits and vegetables. That being said, I did look up a couple recipes online, and when I used recipes that other people suggested, it was way better than what I tried on my own. And I'll share with you really quickly the best one I tried. It was a combo of carrots, apples, oranges, and a little bit of ginger. I ended up putting too much ginger in, which was okay. It still tasted amazing. Probably don't want to add a ton of ginger like I did though. But seriously, this was like one of the best drinks I've ever had in my life. It was really amazing. So another thing I found with this juicer is when I tried greens like kale and spinach, it had a lot of leftover leftovers. Especially with the kale, I noticed there were big chunks of kale left. And this is just kind of an issue with this type of juicer. If you want to do more of the leafy greens, like I mentioned before, you'll want to use a masticating juicer for that. Another thing that kind of surprised me about this juicer is there is a ton of waste. When you're done, you end up with a lot of pulp. I would suggest, if you do decide to go into juicing, think of ways that you can use some of this pulp. For example, if you do a lot of carrot juice, you can make carrot cake afterwards, or carrot bread. And lastly, cleanup on this wasn't too bad, but it did take about 10 minutes or so just to get everything really clean. In conclusion, what I really like about this juicer is my toddler really likes to drink juice, and so I can feed him some of this juice and he'll get all the nutrients that he needs without me having to supplement with vitamins or anything like that. And really it's just it's a fun way to use some of the fruits and vegetables you have. It's really delicious. It's a kind of a fun family activity to figure out different combinations and see what you can come up with.